Hello, welcome to Kevlar's Quest, the Modern Life podcast. I'm Kevin Ejizi. Today's quest is, what if you don't want kids? What if you don't want kids? Today I want to talk about something I've heard a lot over the years. It's most times said to people who have chosen not to get married or have kids. Men, especially, are called irresponsible when they do this. People often say that the choice is selfish, that one must be greedy, immature, or even lost. That without a family, a person's life must be empty and meaningless. But let me break it down to you. Is the family the only way that one can have meaning in his or her life? Yes, marriage and kids can give people purpose, maturity, and a sense of legacy. But they are not the only way. There are many paths to a meaningful life. You can build something great, help others, grow wiser, and leave a mark without ever becoming a parent. And let's be honest, not every parent becomes wise or responsible just because they had kids. Plenty of people grow up in homes where they didn't learn much from their parents. No deep lessons, no skills, no emotional support. So clearly, family doesn't guarantee growth or legacy. Kids aren't meant to carry our dreams. Some people will say born, that they will transfer their dreams to their kids. You see someone maybe wanted to become a doctor or an engineer. You say my child must become a doctor and engineer. That's why sometimes when these kids do not want to become their parents' dreams, their parents become angry. But actually, kids are not meant to carry our dreams. Some people make their kids the center of their world, but not in a healthy way. They expect their children to fulfill dreams they never chase themselves. That's a heavy burden for a child. It's not fair, and it often leads to emotional struggles later in life. Now, let's flip the script here. So, if family isn't the only way to grow, why do people act like it is? It's because it's familiar. Your forefathers did it. You did it. Your father did it. So you feel that because it's familiar, everybody should get married. That's why when people say marriage is not for everyone, I think this is actually what they mean. It's familiar. It's what most people do. And most people stick to what's safe and known. They follow the usual path. Get a job, get married, have kids. Because they can't imagine anything else. Ask someone how to make money and they will probably tell you something like, I'll get a job. But the richest people aren't employees. They are investors, creators, entrepreneurs. They think outside the box. It's the same with purpose. Most people can't imagine finding meaning without marriage or kids. But that's just lack of imagination. There was one of my friends that was arguing with another of my friend. They were talking and they said that the other one said that marriage is a rich man's game. And there was an argument. And he was surprised to see that I actually agreed with my other friend that said marriage is a rich man's game. When you want to get married, you need to be conscious about it. It's not just something you do without any plan or because it's what your forefathers have done, so you too also want to do it. It's something that you do with purpose. You don't just get into any relationship because you feel that the girl is good for you or you feel that the man is good for you. No, it has to be a calculated plan. What meaning do you plan to get from being in a marriage relationship with someone or even an ordinary relationship? So the real risk here is, and the irony is that people say you should get married to grow up. But what if the person is not ready? What if you haven't learned how to be responsible yet? We don't hire someone for an important job just hoping they'll figure it out. So why do we expect people to become mature just because they had a child? Wouldn't it make more sense to become mature first and then choose to start a family when you are truly ready? There is another different type of growth for those who have understood this part. Some don't understand this growth because they usually go by the usual one. And this different type of growth is, there are many ways to grow up. You can find purpose and leave a legacy, but they take effort, creativity, and courage. That's why most people don't choose those paths, because they feel it's much more harder and it's unusual to them. It's easier to follow the crowd. Getting married and having kids is common, it's accessible, but building your own path, whether through art, business, service, or personal growth, is harder. And that's exactly why it's so powerful. So, next time you see that lady, or next time you see that man, stop disturbing them and telling them, go and get married, go and get kids, go and get married, go and have kids. You have to know whether the person even believe in the concept of marriage and believe that they will have a purpose through getting married, not just rushing into marriage. That's why I think there's a lot of divorces these days. So, okay, that's our quest for today. Please subscribe, like, and share. Someone out there needs to hear this message, Maybe someone like you. Let's spread strength and clarity to those navigating this journey. We'll talk more in future episodes. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for listening, and take care.